Hello my dear friends and welcome to StudyIQ. I am Joycey Joy and today in this lecture we will discuss about Mount Kanchenjunga and we will also see why climbing Mount Kanchenjunga is a challenge than climbing the Everest, or better we will understand why climbing Mount Kanchenjunga is still a challenge for those who have already scaled the Everest. Now coming to the current affair, two climbers from Kolkata have died on Mount Kanchenjunga, and Mount Kanchenjunga is the third highest mountain in the world and it has an elevation of 8,586 meters. And according to various reports, these two climbers from Kolkata who were dead recently, they suffered from altitude related sickness. So in this context, we will understand what are the risks in climbing Mount Kanchenjunga and how it is different from that of Everest, and we will also see what are the challenges, what are the mortality rates of Sherpas and who are Sherpas. We will also see how can the mountaineers assure a safe return, and also we will look into some of the past incidents. So let us begin, but before that, this is our channel StudyIQ and we are providing pen drive courses for various competitive examinations including SSC and bank courses, UPSC optionals, SSC JEE courses, teaching examination, railway examination, defense examination, RBI grade B, NABARD grade A, UGC NET, UPSC Civil Services Examination, CLAT exams for various state PSCs and also for various professional courses. You can visit our website www.studyiq.com for more details, or you can call to any of these numbers for more information. Now let us understand why Mount Kanchenjunga is such a challenging experience for the mountaineers or the climbers. Now if we look at the recent example where the two trained and experienced mountaineers from Bengal have died while climbing the mountains, we will understand that it is more challenging than climbing the Everest. And this is because of the danger and the risk of climbing Mount Kanchenjunga. And coming to the causes for this danger and high rates of death, the reasons can be many. There are both traumatic factors as well as non-traumatic factors. Traumatic factors include falls or external hazards. For example, avalanches or other factors like falling ice, etc. And non-traumatic factors include high altitude sickness or illness, hypothermia, medical causes, etc. So there are various causes that adds to the challenge or the risk in climbing Mount Kanchenjunga. Now what makes climbing Mount Kanchenjunga very challenging? So Kanchenjunga, it's the highest peak in India and it has an elevation of almost more than 8,000 meters. And it is also the easternmost peak of the country. So challenges for climbing this peak include the constant threat of snowstorms and the avalanches, and also the oxygen level in the air is about only 1/3 at the sea level towards the top. So towards the top of the peak, the oxygen levels are only 1/3. And other risky factors are the unpredictable weather conditions. The weather conditions on the top of the peak are very much unpredictable, and there are also possibilities of a snow slip at every step. So for those mountaineers who have climbed the 8,000 meter plus peaks elsewhere in the world, they think twice before setting a foot on the Kanchenjunga peak. The reason is the very low oxygen level and the bitter cold. These are some of the factors that poses a challenge for climbing this peak. And every season, maximum 20 to 25 people climb Kanchenjunga, and this time this was the highest with 34 people attempting to reach the top of it. But on the other hand, Mount Everest, there are 300 to 350 mountaineers who climb Everest every season. Now let us come to Sherpas. Let us understand who are Sherpas and the mortality rate of Sherpas. And we will also understand why the mortality rate of Sherpas are much lower than that of the climbers. So basically, who are Sherpas? Sherpas are basically an ethnic group who are native to the mountainous regions of Nepal and the Himalayas. So they are experts in mountaineering. So they are ethnic groups and they are native to Nepal and Himalayas. And they are also considered to be experts in mountaineering. So the mortality rates of Sherpas are much lower than that of the climbers. And why it is so? The reduced mortality rate among the Sherpas is because of their high adaptability to high altitude. So this will improve their survival chances, because we have seen that they are ethnic group, and most of the Sherpas are born and they live in the high altitudes. So they are best adapted to this climate, and also they are most skilled. They are well known for their skills in mountaineering. So that is the reason there are low levels of mortality rate among the Sherpas compared to the other mountaineers. Now coming to safe return, what can be done in order to ensure a better and a safe return for the mountaineers? So we have already discussed about Mount Kanchenjunga, which is almost 8,000 plus meters high from the sea level, and above the 8,000 meter, a person who climbs the mountain will lose brain cells every hour. Symptoms like fatigue, headache, vomiting, sleeplessness, etc. will occur, but these symptoms will not happen all on a sudden. So these symptoms will happen very slowly. So that is the key factor here. In case of Mount Everest, if there is any such symptoms, that will be shown up very soon, but in case of Mount Kanchenjunga, this will not be shown very soon. So those mountaineers who have successfully scaled the Everest, their key to success would be that they will be able to understand their body and they can return when there is any such symptoms. But in case of Mount Kanchenjunga, such symptoms like vomiting, headache, sleeplessness, etc. will not occur suddenly. So in most of the cases, these mountaineers reach the summit, but they fall sick while they return. We have already discussed that the oxygen levels are also very less. It is only almost 1/3 of the oxygen that is available at the top compared to the sea level, and also the bitter cold at the top or towards the top is also another challenging factor. So most of the mountaineers have died because of symptoms like confusion, loss of physical coordination, unconsciousness, high altitude cerebral edema, etc. And along with these symptoms, when it coincides with lower levels of oxygen supply, the risk factor increases. Another limiting factor here is the availability of logistics. So according to the experts, the logistics are very complicated in Kanchenjunga, and it's very difficult to find guides who have previously submitted the mountain. And if we compare Mount Kanchenjunga with that of the Everest is commercial. A lot of people go there. Number of Sherpas are available. The availability of guides are also far more compared to Mount Kanchenjunga, and in case of Everest, helicopters are also easily available, and this will provide a possibility for rescue. But all these are not available in case of Mount Kanchenjunga. So these are some of the factors that will help in safe return, and the unavailability of these factors are the reasons why it is more challenging and risky than the Everest. You can find the PDF of this lecture on our website www.studyiq.com. You can follow my Facebook page for more video updates. You can also write to me at joycey.studyiq@gmail.com for any of your queries and clarifications. Thank you.